What's up, everybody, and welcome to Rantpocalypse Talks The Walking Dead. I'm Justin.
Hey, I'm Kelly. I'm his mom.
Yes, you are.
And
and
we like talking about The Walking Dead.
and we've been replaced by robots. No, we have been. I wish, I want to be replaced by a robot eventually, or become a clone, or have a clone, or
Right.
something along those lines. I think that'd be really cool. But until then, you have to put up with us. So if you happen to like us, make sure you hit thumbs up on the video. It really helps us out. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more amazing content from me and my moms. We are here to discuss The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 4, which is entitled Service. We're going to give you our predictions, our thoughts, our speculation for next week's episode, which is going to be a 90-minute episode, which means we'll get a 30-minute episode and 60 minutes of commercials,
exactly.
right?
I think that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They love their commercials. It was insane this past Sunday. I do know I'm going to give an early prediction right now for this Sunday's episode. Rick Grimes. Woo, woo.
Yes.
Pichoo, pichoo, woo.
I know that's the prediction you've been waiting to give for quite some time now, is more Ricky Grimes in the episode.
Yep.
According to the official synopsis for next week's episode, it says the remaining members of the group try to keep it together in Alexandria while receiving a sobering visit from an asshole that we met his hometown of the sanctuary this past week, and that's Negan. It's going to be, I think, a very intense, a very sombering, a very emotional, a very draining episode in episode 4. We're going to watch the little 36-second teaser trailer and come back with our thoughts on what's going to happen. So I say, let's get into that trailer.
Sounds good.
On next Sunday's 90-minute episode of The Walking Dead.
Rick looked good, though.
Little pig, let
Did he?
me in.
Yeah.
Let me put this to all of you as clearly as I can.
Oh my God, that was a bloody bad.
It was.
Yep.
There is no way out of this. I'm not in charge anymore. Negan is.
And
For more video.
that was short.
That was extremely short, and those were some intense-ass faces
Yeah.
from Michonne and your man, Rick
know.
Grimes.
He looks terrified. I mean, just when you've got, here's Rick and here's Negan just looking at him, over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Rick's like breaking out in a sweat. And it's not.
Well, I
good.
mean, just imagine the last time that he was looking over his shoulder like that, not only did Abraham and Glenn get their head bashed in, but he was afraid that Carl was going to have his arm chopped off. So yeah, that's a very terrifying spot for Rick to be in. The question I have to ask you is, are we seeing things out of order? Is episode 4 that we're about to watch, did it in reality happen before episode 3? Because I have a feeling that we're seeing everything out of order, and we just found out, we saw an interview with Robert Kirkman that he said that episode 2 was actually supposed to be after this past week's episode that we saw. So it's supposed to go Negan, Bat, Glenn, Abe, then Daryl
Right.
at the sanctuary, and then we were going to get introduced to the kingdom. But they said that it was just, there was too much horrifying
Right.
stuff, that we needed some happy, fun, good stuff in our lives. But we see not in this teaser trailer, but we saw in another one where it's focused on Spencer, Rosita, and
Right.
Eugene, and Eugene is building this portable audio system,
Yeah.
as what he likes to call
Yeah.
it. So do you think that that is what was used to torture freaking Daryl in episode 3?
It could be, actually.
I feel like that moment whenever Negan comes in episode 3, and he's got Lucille and he puts her on his shoulders and everybody kneels down in front of him. I feel like that's him coming back from a run, and I feel like it's coming back from this run right here.
Does he throw the bat on one shoulder and the boombox on the other?
Exactly. That would have been perfect. But I feel like we're getting the time manipulated here, kind of similar to how they did in season 6, where we're getting different storylines happening at the exact same time. And that's why it felt like it had been a little bit longer for Daryl than immediately the aftermath. It kind of felt like maybe a week or a couple of weeks had gone by since the aftermath of Glenn and Abraham getting Lucille'd, which is still very tough for me to say. But I don't know. I'm thinking that. I think that might be a possibility that we're seeing things a little bit out of order. But what do you think is happening with Rick? And what do you think is happening with Michonne?
Michonne is not taking this laying down. You know, she's in one of the other trailers, you see that she's hiding a gun in the fireplace. So, and she's digging around, trying to quietly get it out, thinking that no one in the house is watching her, but Rick is. But he doesn't try to stop her. He doesn't say anything. I see no more happy, joy time for the two of them. I think they're done. So
you think they're done?
I think they're done.
Oh man, that would be crazy if they just put them together and ended their relationship, because a lot of us comic book fans, we are basically saying that Michonne is taking the place of Andrea.
Right.
And Rick and Andrea, they are a hot item. They are a pair for a long, long time in the comic books. So it would blow my mind if the writers were just like, nope, I'm sorry, we're taking Michonne and Rick away.
Okay, let me ask you this. So was Andrea and Rick together at the time of the beating?
I think they were already together, because I think it basically kind of happened similar to how it happened with Rashone.
Yeah. Well, if you've got your newly together man that you just hooked up with, even though, I mean, obviously they've been a family for a while.
Yeah.
And you see him just have to crawl on his hands and knees.
Yeah.
That's hard on a relationship. So I'd like to think that Michonne is going to be stronger than that. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong on that one, but
I hope you're wrong on that one as well. I don't want to see them come apart like that. I do think that you're completely right that Michonne, she's not going to take this lying down. She wants to take the fight to Negan, to the Saviors and everything. She's up in one shot where she looks like she just shot somebody, and there's a certain storyline in the comic books that I feel like that they are transferring from one character to Michonne, with her shooting some of the Saviors in this episode. I really feel like that's what's happening. I feel like she is going to take a few of these Saviors out, because we see a whole bunch of them coming in. I don't know if you noticed, but at 14 seconds in, it was the Savior chick that was in the Comic-Con trailer with Dwight. You see her for just a brief second in the Comic-Con trailer. Whenever you go back and look, she's got some it looks like different color hair. I don't know. But she's kind of in the back whenever all the Saviors are coming into Alexandria. So I thought that was interesting. That's the first time I've actually seen her other than in that Comic-Con trailer. So
all I saw was Rick.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, because he was clean and he had on one of those shirts where he has the sleeves rolled up, and you know, I mean, it was blue, so it was going with his eyes and everything. And
I see how it is.
I'm just saying, you know, so
it's just looking too glorious for you to even think about any kind of theories or speculation.
Pretty much.
I think somebody's going to get killed. I think that's what we're about to see. I think we just thought that the reign of Negan's terror was over. I mean, yes, it was very hard to watch Daryl being treated the way that he was in episode 3, but I never felt like he was in danger, true danger. You did?
I did. Yeah. When Negan pulled back that bat and, you know,
looked like he was about to hit him.
Yeah.
I never felt it. I never felt the suspense, the terror, anything. I felt really shitty for Daryl. I'm like, dang, this dude is going through a lot of emotional trauma right now. But I feel like in this episode, we're going to get a reminder. Do not give Negan the amount of shit that he wants. And I feel like that was Rick's face.
Yeah.
Whenever he is, you know, he looked like he was about to break down once again. And I'm afraid, I don't think it would be Michonne, but I'm afraid that she's going to act out and she's
Right,
going to cause
right.
somebody to get killed.
Just the way Daryl did. That
Yeah.
got Glenn killed. So, do you have a prediction of who you think it's going to be that's going to get killed?
I do have a prediction, but I feel like that's using the comic books a little bit too much.
Oh man, I am breaking him out. I'm sorry. I'm cheating.
Well, I know, and I hate to like get into
No, don't do
comic
it. Don't
stuff.
do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like there's so many other videos out there, YouTubers, they're going to get into all of the spoilers for the show to the comic book. The reason why I feel like my prediction is it's too easy because it does happen in the comic book, but I don't feel like they're going to go that way. I feel like they're going to take out somebody different. So if you're a comic book fan, you can probably follow along with me on who exactly I'm talking about would be getting taken out in somewhere around this episode's timeline in the comic books.
Person that
Yes.
gets taken out at a certain time.
A certain person, yes. I think somebody's going to die, though, for sure. That's my prediction.
Okay.
One of our members of Alexandria is going to die in this episode.
Okay, let me.
I'm going to say right now it's Tobin.
Okay, I can see Tobin, because now that you say that, I think it looked like. And I could be wrong because I didn't get a real close-up of it. Like, Lucille came in clean. And then when we see Lucille in the church, up on the... Because it ends up that's the church is where they're at. Left as a reminder. Like,
Yeah.
Lucille's bloody and disgusting. Like, there's gook in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So maybe that means a fresh kill.
Could be.
Or that could just be the
fresh kill.
leftover of
Glenn and Abraham.
Which would be,
Yeah.
the worst thing to do. But
Yeah, it'd be about as bad as showing the Polaroid of Glenn to Daryl. And that's the moment where we're all going to say, yes, Negan, you're funny, you're charming, but fuck you. You gots to die.
and I'm assuming the same with Dwight?
Because
it was Dwight that gave him
that's true.
the Polaroid.
That is very true. Okay, Dwight, you guys to die as well. I'm very excited about this episode, though. I think it's going to be what we want, what we need. We've got to get back. We've got to see how our group is handling the aftermath of losing Glenn and Abe. It's going to be very tough. I will say this, and let us know in the comment box below. Do you feel like Abe has just been completely shafted on the show? I mean,
well,
nobody cares. I gotta see
does.
Sasha. Well, yeah, Eugene does, and I guess that's right. I guess we'll see that in this episode. But showing the image of Glenn, which I understand, it hits home for Daryl much more than an image of Abe would.
Right.
But I'm at the same time I'm like, what the hell, man? Abe was awesome.
They showed him Glenn because he was directly responsible for getting Glenn killed. That's why you showed that Polaroid.
Yes.
God, I couldn't tell who it was, to be perfectly honest with you. It was kind of mush. But it looked like to me like Eugene is in a huge funk. And he loved Glenn, but Abe was his boy. So and we haven't seen Sasha yet, so.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how she's dealing with things. It looks like Rosita, at the very least, has bottled her emotions up, and she's probably just suppressing them at this point. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a fantastic episode. 90 minutes, hopefully. AMC, please,
come on.
Give us like 65 minutes of show and 25 of commercial. We beg of you. We beg,
oh my
beg
God,
of you.
so many commercials.
Yeah, it was really rough. I saw a lot of people complaining as well, so it wasn't just us.
Good.
But we want to know your thoughts. What do you guys think is going to happen in episode 4 of The Walking Dead? Do you agree with my way vague predictions
that a certain someone is going to be killed
but I
am
predicting Tobin, though. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Tobin's dying in episode 4. So let us know all your thoughts, and let us know what you're thinking. And remember that we're doing the Q&As, so if you get a Q&A question, just put it down in the comment box below and put Q&A before your question, and we'll answer it later on this week. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.
Bye.